with another video. What's good? What it is? What's good? What it is? What it What's good? What it is? What it and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk Gay Talk Girl. Alright, so we ain't been here in a while, so let me get some to eat first. I'm starving, y'all. We ain't been here in a minute. If y'all knew what's been going on behind the scenes, you would understand. But until I make that video, life has just been, life been lifing, and Khari been Khari, and that's all I can say. And all Khari been carrying. We're not gonna talk about all that in this video. Let's get into what we here for. Episode 7. I hope y'all like that new intro. Done by yours truly. Yeah, so we're gonna start with our first topic. Over love. I usually choose the money over love. That just sent chills down my body. Shout out to P Valley and everybody in that cast because it was so hot and so real and raw and raunchy, and we appreciate that. But speaking of love murders, we're gonna talk about what just been happening at the recent news in the media with him. So I'm not sure what day, I didn't do all that research, but not too long ago he participated in an interview like type video. Aside from the interview, they decided to make a skit in response to his role. If you don't know P Valley is a show about strippers or not, and he plays the role of a DL gay man, and with that role came a lot of criticism to his real life and just to him as a person, but he didn't let that affect him. He is a proud advocate and fighter for the LGBTQ+ community, so thank you. Like, he's real, like a real advocate. Like, every article I find about him, they would try to paint him to be the bad guy, and he hit them dead smack in the face like, this not that, please stop. Yeah, basically they decided to make a skit in regards to the homophobia that comes from him having that role, and because he has a weed strand that he created, and basically the skit was like implying, I'm gonna insert it like right here.
Almost ready? Yeah. I thought you smoked.
Nah, I just quit. Monkeypox.
Don't let that P Valley shit fool you, boy.
But the skit was basically implying that nobody wanted to smoke his strand of weed or his blunt because, you know, he plays a gay character, and people associate that to who he is as a person. So it was just like, you know, making fun of the homophobia. Here come the crybabies on the internet. Toughen up. Like, so we're about to get into this. I really dislike that our community picks and chooses when it wants to point out the ignorance. These same people who are on the internet crybabying up about the situation be the same people at the club clowning a girl that came in with some fake Gucci, or clowning the girls that's not hot, or acting like they're superior to other gays. And these be the same girls that be just reading other girls for no reason. Like, let's be real here. We know our community. We know what we do. We know how we are. Don't pick and choose, because that's ignorant. And then on top of that, one thing that really agitates me the most about our community, we're always in attack mode. I know we've been through stuff, and I know our community has always been bashing stuff, but we don't always have to be in attack mode. Sometimes we need to educate. Stop snapping on people and just educate them in a polite way. How hard is that? Like, I ain't even gonna cap, I'll let y'all know some my dumb stuff. I felt so dumb for this. So I didn't know much about the queen that just died. I didn't know much about her and how she was. Like, I didn't know all the history behind that, and basically that the whole empire came from the Atlantic slave trade, blah blah blah, all that good stuff. I didn't know that. So when she died, all I seen was a post on social media, which is why you always do your research, which I'm learning now. I seen a post on social media that was saying RIP to her on Via Gay magazine. And I decided to comment, she's legend in my book, because before she passed, she signed a bill into effect that she signed some rights, like some major rights for the LGBTQ+ community. And I called her legend because you did what you did for my community, and I'm giving you kudos for that. Thank you. And that's why I was saying she was legend in my book, but like, the girls came for me. They came on my neck. Some girl commented, you need to find a new book. That, whoever that spam page was, watch your mouth, because I'm on your head and I will find you in your drink. Somebody commented, they would keep reading. Like, they was really coming on my neck. I had to delete my comments. I did snap, but I deleted my comments because I was just like, dang. Can somebody at least tell me, like, I didn't know. What if I didn't know? Oh, clearly I didn't if I commented that. Like, what? I had to get bashed in like that. You know, so we really need to, like, work on that. Like, Alphonse situation. Back to that. Just please grow some skin. I know I know the internet is not made for everybody. Everything is not made for everybody. And people have to accept that. Like, I understand we want the whole world to be for us, but that's, in reality, that's not the case. You don't have to put your feelings into everything. Put the post so I can see. Because somebody tweeted, and I agreed so heavily with his tweet, like, and I'll insert it here. I'll cover up his ad. Okay. Nah, we're not about to do that. So, the tweet that I agree with, he says, there's nothing to be offended about. This man has displayed nothing but love for the LGBT community while being a straight man. Period. Heavy on that period. If the community doesn't stop bullying, there will be no one left to stand with us. Like, can we please stop this attacking thing? It's a form of bullying. Like, and we kind of wonder why people don't want to learn or people are scared to ask us certain questions. It's because we're coming off so aggressively. Like, can we relax? Picking and choosing. They gotta stop. I agree with that tweet, and I agree with this. Sean said, this is why people don't need the internet. Ray Charles would have seen that skit and knew immediately that it was making fun of homophobia. My point. The internet is not made for everybody, and we gotta start learning that. Some people are just not meant to be on the internet. The internet is a place of everything and anything. So stop putting so much feelings into it. Thank you. Next. Alright, so our next topic is some political stuff, because I want to start adding political stuff on my show, and I'm just like getting more into politics because I never understood government. Nobody sat me down and gave me the one-on-one about government. I mean, I had the classes in middle school and stuff, but I was just doing the work just to get the grade. Nobody just sat me down and really broke government down to me where I'll have a natural understanding of it, you know? So, but it's fine. I'm teaching myself now. I'm taking the initiative. Okay, so Yeshiva, I want to say that's it. Yeshiva University was recently granted in favor to put a hold on an LGBTQ plus club being established on their campus. And they were granted this because this is a Jewish institution. Under the First Amendment right, religious groups are granted the freedom to express themselves freely and how they do things, you know? So the school's argument is that it violates the First Amendment right. Now, here's where the mishap comes in. You know your institution is going to have gay people. You know this. They need a place. They need representation. They need a club. They need a space for them. Because when you don't make that space for them, the other groups start to deny them. And then that becomes a problem, because now y'all telling us we can't have our own club here, but when we come to the clubs you're offering, they're denying us because of our sexuality. It's giving, there needs to be some reevaluation of the amendment. There needs to be some new laws set into place, something that should protect sexual orientation from this type of discrimination. Your sexual orientation and what you do with your partner or whatever you like should not have nothing to do with your religion. How does that affect your religious standpoint? Your boyfriend can't stop you from praying. Your boyfriend can't stop you from choosing a God or whoever you choosing to pray to, or whatever ritual you do, whatever it is. They can't stop you. They truly can't affect that. So I'm just so confused as into why these religious groups are making it such a big thing still in 2022. Like, oh my God, when will we stop? When will it be over? Like, let's be real, Jews, y'all acting like y'all don't got gay people. Everybody has gay people. So homosexual has always been a thing, from the animals all the way up until now. So let's not ignore it now. Let's not act like it's not a thing in reality. Let's not. We're not gonna try to ignore gay people. That's why we're here where we are today, because we kept ignoring stuff. And then, like, the last thing I really just want to wrap up on, because that was the two main things I want to talk about. When y'all see this video, the video will be dropped already. So if you have not watched it already, I advise you to go watch it to see what I'm talking about. But I really starting to see that, like, straight men don't know how to respectfully set boundaries. Like, how to set, they don't know how to set respectful boundaries between them and gay people. Like, yes, gay people like you and gay people will try to hit on you. But one thing I do know is, if you come to a gay person respectfully and set that boundary, like, listen, I don't like what you're doing. When you do it, it makes me uncomfortable, and I may not be able to speak up on it at the moment, but it makes me uncomfortable. That, what I just said, that's all it takes for one person to say to another person, for the other person to understand. If that person keeps pushing after that point, then that gives you the right to, I mean, it don't give you the right to do nothing wrong, but you won't be in the wrong for retaliating to something, like somebody that keep overstepping boundaries, if you get what I'm saying, you know, read in between those lines. It's not right, but push you in a safe zone from being put in the homophobic area. Because in my case, I know, for instance, a lot of boys that I know, they have been placed in a homophobic category. In all reality, they were just uncomfortable and didn't know how to express themselves, and they got pushed into that category, and now they really not gonna speak on it. So now it's just that, and they just kept walking. And then they meet me, and we have to talk, and they explain it. So if y'all hear that door slamming, that's the bathroom, because I live right next to it. That's it. That's all, really. I mean, I don't really want to make this a long video. So make sure you go watch that last video. Please make sure you go watch, because it's so informational. Send it to a straight friend if you can. Send it to the hood boy off the block. Send it to the trade. Share my stuff. This is information we need to talk about. These are ideas that need to be heard. This is perspective I'm giving y'all. People need this, so please. Thank you. Thank you. Alrighty, that is it. That is all. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Let's Talk Gay Talk, girl. I can't wait to catch y'all on the next episode. Please, if you have any recommendations, anything, any tea, any ideas, anything of that nature that you want to be featured on the Let's Talk Gay Talk show, let me know. Hit me up. I'll talk about it. Also, if anything I said in this video was offensive or sounded very uneducated, let me know in a polite way, polite and respectful manner, and I will educate myself on that. You know, I always say that. I'm open to talking, just respectfully, because I'm gonna match the energy you bring. Know that. Know that. It's like, nah. But yes, please. Oh, don't forget to add my socials, Khari_famous for everything. I'm thinking about changing one of my names so I could just have a mix-up, you know. But yes, please make sure you add me on everything. Add my spam, Khari.not.famous, because that is where it goes down after hours, and that is where people get to see the true me. Until next time.